The question, I presume you've evolved beyond the stage of a physical and astral body. Answer, correct. I do not possess a physical casing of the dense type such as yours. I am definitely etheric, as are all people on other planets in this solar system. However, this does not mean that we are invisible to each other, as we are to you under normal circumstances. We see each other and live much as you do, but we do not have this dense physical casing which you possess. The advantages, benefits, and comforts of this form of living are enormous, and the irritations of a fleshly envelope are most uncomfortable. Unless we choose to convert the vibratory frequency of our bodies to one which is visible to your optics, we remain invisible to your people. Highly evolved people with a good psychic eye, as you call it, can frequently see us in vaporous form, although we may be invisible to other earthlings in the same location. When your clairvoyants travel to our civilizations on other planets, they see and are able to interpret our lives because they are not using their physical eyes, but rather their astral or psychic sight, to which we are visible just as though we were physical. So, he's the source is saying, yes, I don't have a physical body. Yes, we are in, quote, etheric bodies, visible to each other but invisible to you. Such a etheric or energy body form is certainly much more comfortable with many benefits. Yes, indeed, we can make ourselves apparent to you by converting the vibratory frequencies of their bodies, basically down-stepping their vibratory rate. That's very commonly understood. Highly evolved people, or those who are clairvoyant, can see them in some form. Clairvoyants of other type may go out of body or do remote viewing or astral journey or something and see them in higher dimensional, non-physical realms, higher dimensional, other planets, civilizations or something. Obviously, they're using their psychic awareness or astral or higher senses. We know all about that. Question, when you become visible to our optics, does the person who sees you know that you are a, quote, converted etheric? Meaning, if a person sees you after you've downstepped your vibratory rate and appear physical, would they necessarily know you're not physical, but just temporarily? And the answer is not as a rule. The conversion can be made so completely that a physical person encountering us thinks that we too are physical. And that's similar to men in black who are not, benevolent etherics or benevolent confederation, higher dimensional beings, but thought constructs that Roz talked about, but can certainly be downstepped and appear very tangible and substantial and solid. What of those who claim to have been taken up in your craft? So abductions, and this was going on in the 50s. That was already happening. As well as on-ship visitations and things like that. This was obviously well developed already in the 50s. Answer. In our contacts with Earthlings, we have to be careful not to go beyond their understanding. In these instances, the ships and all entities within them are converted to a vibrational level at which they had the substance of physical things as known to you. Whether the experience was physical or astral is not known to some people who had the experience. And so people can have the experience of being taken aboard a ship for negative type action like abduction, probing, and all that, or communication. And some of it's real, meaning truly higher dimensional or astral or benevolent, and some of it's not. Some people fool themselves. Some people think they had it, but they didn't. Some people are mind controlled. There's all sorts of things going on. One explanation does not fit all ever in metaphysics or in psychology. So there are multiple cases, each is unique, and people have to be very careful in interpreting claimed metaphysical experience, of course. But again, the point is that in a true metaphysical taking on the craft experience, whether positive or negative, there is the downgrading of their vibrational frequency so as to appear physical or be experienced as physical.